Hello friends, welcome to my channel Parayadi. So I am planning to make a series of videos on how to file tax returns, and my first video will be to fill the Hauptvordruck or the main formula for the following assumption. This video is to make the tax filing as much as quick as possible and as efficient as possible. So we have considering a person Mr. or Mrs. Little Master. You're either a student or engineer or employed in some other means, and then the marital status is single, and then the age is somewhere between 25 to 30. So I think this covers the maximum number of population who are living in Germany. I hope it's useful. And you travel with bus or car to your work. So based on this, we can see like what are the forms you need to fill in the Hauptvordruck, I mean the main formula, and what are the other formulas also required. So it will be a series of 3 to 4 videos, each will be 5 to 10 minutes maximum. So please go through it step by step, and please use it as a reference and not like exactly the same details. Please change accordingly and use good. Okay, let's move on now. So for those who don't know, like Elster is the online Finanzamt of Germany, you can say. So it's like you can enter this portal, create an account, and then use it for a lot of communication with Finanzamt. So what we're going to do is just tax return. So for those who have not created an account in this, please create an account like Benutzerkonto erstellen. I will make a separate video on how to do this also for those who find it difficult, but I would say like it's like basic information which you need to enter. So please move on. So next, for those who have the details, like login, let me show you next. So hello, this is the login page. When you click on it, so there are 5 ways of logging in. The most easiest and efficient way is certificates data, which I'm also using, and it's most commonly used. It's free of cost. The others like signature card, like the card with a small chip on it, personal Ausweis, mobile login, and Sicherheitsstick. All you have to take a longer process. I will show in separate videos on how to do each of them, but certificates data, once you have made a Benutzerkonto, the Finanzamt will send you a post and probably an email, and you can download your file, certificates data, and then enter your password, and you will be able to log in. So now let's log in. So this looks something like this. The first page, like mine Elster, and then it shows you the last saved formula. And for those who are doing it the first time, I would suggest just click on the second part. Yeah, new formula, that is. So this shows you like the first page which is required, so you can enter the calendar year. So I'm doing my video for 2018. For those who want for older years, can also use this video as reference. So once you've selected 2018, just scroll and then see there's nothing else, just go next. So weiter is kind of next in Germany. So on this page you see like the selection of forms you need to fill, and for the example or the most easiest or the simplest ones don't need all these things. So the most common and important one is the Hauptvordruck, which we're going to see in this video. And what else you need is the Anlage N, which is click here, like for the one person, like whoever is not doing any business and self-employed can use this. And the other one is probably this regarding insurance, like how much amount we have paid. We have to enter, and then please click on weiter next. Yeah, you will see something like this. Bescheinigungen, do we have to fill or do you want to fill any Bescheinigungen? So first step, let's go to weiter ohne Bescheinigungen. Yeah. So once you have come to the next page, it shows like the start site of the formula. That means the first page of the formula. It shows which year, just to be sure. And there are a lot of things you can do for 2018. So this is like Einkommen Steuererklärung, like tax return for person who is ohne Ende, like without end, without any limitation, taxable in the meaning. So click on the first arrow, scroll down. If you have already a profile, you can copy the data. If not, you can just leave it empty. And then Steuernummer, like for those who do it the first time, the Steuernummer is not required. You have something called Steuer ID, which you can see in your monthly salary slip. And there is also a personal identification number. So normally Steuernummer is something you get after you did your first tax return or you change your house in the thing. So it shows you the number of formulas which we have, like 3, and then I think okay, it's okay. So let's go on to the next page. Yeah, so now you see like what are all the points. The one good thing about Hauptvordruck or 8 formulas, like they are numbered, so I can tell you like which page you have to click, and then you can just follow it. You don't have to fill all the 21 or 23 because not everything matches to our example. So we'll see the very basic thing. So the first is steuerpflichtige Person, that is like the person who is to be taxable. So that's the first one, which is important. So please click on it. Yeah. So on this page you enter on the row number 6, I mean the number, so very important, please have a look. On 6 you enter your phone number and then your identifications number, like whichever is yours, like enter some triple ones for example, and it will definitely show an error here. Okay, it shows. So please enter your corresponding identifications number. It will be there definitely on your monthly slip, salary slip at least. So I want to see a red color. So the example we have is a name and then the forename. The Geburtsdatum, I just give an example of 1/1/1995. And the 10th is like what you have studied, like bachelor, master, doctor, or whatever it is. And then your current address, so Germanstrasse, number 100. Your corresponding pin code on the 13th row, and then the place you're living. And then you don't have to fill the rest because you're living in Germany, I assume. And then the 14th column or the row, you're entering what is your job. And 15th is corresponding to people who are have gotten been widowed or been divorced or are married or in like separated for a longer period of time. I think this is not also relevant for us. And then the next 11th is relevant for those who are paying church taxes. I think the Protestants and the Roman Catholics are paying church taxes. So if you're paying church tax, please enter whatever your religion here. Yeah, so that it doesn't create any problem. So next, move on to the next slide. I hope it creates no problem. If there is this because of religion there's a problem, just click on Sonstige. So that should be enough, just to be sure, on the 11th row. So moving next. So here you can see that is the form number 4. That's Bankverbindung, like whichever bank you're giving. Like on 25 you should enter like you don't have a bank account or your Inland Geld Institute. So whatever your bank account in IBAN is, please enter that, for example. And then on the second row or 25. And then you can also should tick this 28 because you are the person who's going to be getting the money, and the name of the person on the bank onto. If it is different from whatever you were entered, but just to make sure we enter like little master. Yeah, and then click on the next side. So this page is interesting for those who are paying the church tax. Others, please wait for another 3 or 5 seconds. So you can enter a lot of stuff under this, like if you're paying somebody some kind of support in terms of money and what it is, but I think it's not relevant for single people right now. So you go here, tell like what you're paying, like if it's the second one, most probably the Kirchensteuer laut Lohnsteuerbescheinigung. So it's for the first person, and then you look at your yearly slip, you know how much is the amount. So click on the second option, then go here and enter the amount, and just go to the next side. So page 8 is kind of important, like this is where you can actually make some money. So if you did some kind of Berufsausbildung, that is like some kind of training, or you're already a student, I think it's very important you enter this. So on 44 under Berufsausbildung, Berufsausbildung, you can enter the costs like for the fee. Please enter each individually. I'm just giving an example what all can be entered. Like if you attended some kind of conference, for that conference fee, some kind of travel for the conference, and or you're publishing some paper and there's fees occurred, so paper publication. So for just enter it each one by one. I just want to give you an example, like I don't know, 1,000 euros. You can definitely enter it, or you're doing some online course which is relevant for your job, please enter that also, or some kind of workshop on this 44. And actually this is, you can claim, if I'm not wrong, like almost like whatever you are paid for it. And if it's being provided by your employer, you don't have to worry, still you can claim the money whichever you are paid. So please fill it without forgetting, it's very important. yeah, so we entered 1000 euros as one, but if you want to more, you can just click weitere Daten hinzufügen. So you split it very much as possible. Keep your documents also in the same order later, so it's easier for them also to prove it. And by any chance you have contributed to any of the charity in Germany, you can enter that in 46. And if it is somewhere outside, you can enter it in 47. And if those like UNICEF and UNESCO, I think they should be practically allowed to claim back the money. So this is for those who have spent some money, and I think the rest, like what you have spent on like on political parties and other things, will not be relevant for us, I hope, at this moment. So please go on to the next page. So page 13 is for those who have got some problems in their house and hired some help, and you paid the bill, and then you have the slip with you. So if there is some kind of like people who have like private care, like mini jobs who are given to somebody, like you can enter in 71. Or if it's like just one time repair work or gardening or some kind of that, I think you can enter in the yeah, the next page I'm showing you here. You know, so what's the name of the person, date of the person, and all these informations you can enter. And then you can also enter here, I mean, that is if you're employing somebody permanently. The 73 is important, like you can say like what I've done, some kind of gardening or modeling renovation, for example, and then enter the amount. And then you can also enter like renovation with which company here. I don't know, GG GmbH, like they are responsible for the piping, for example. Enter the amount, click enter, so it's also claimable. So yeah, so when you go to the 23rd, you can say like I can send my documents later. So if you're sending it later, please click on Belege werden nachgereicht. So next, so we are complete with the first formula. So for those, just an additional information, 21, if you want to say something to the person who's handling your account, like extra from whatever here, say for example I worked with this company, I had a break, and then I joined the other company, or I joined my company offered me a Deutsch course and I took it, but I paid half of it. All this information you can enter. But if the German course is mandatory for your job, then you can claim something. You need a letter for that, but in some cases they accept, some cases they don't. So I hope this helped. And yeah, so in the next video I'll show you how to fill the Anlage N. So this example is an assumption, like you don't spend a lot on your house maintenance, on donations, all kinds of stuff. I hope you like the video. So please stay subscribed for the next videos in Anlage N and Anlage Vorsorge, so that you can finish your tax filing this weekend possibly. So have a nice day and thank you.